New Visuals Revised is a graphical mod we haven't covered yet, and this is definitely one you can't miss. New Visuals is a lighting and atmospheric overhaul. Graphics across the board have been updated and improved, and I gotta say this is one of the best mods in its category. This mod is meant to give RDR2 a very distinctive and stylized look. So you'll see a new style when it comes to the exaggerated color palette, the new atmosphere of the game, an improved take on the lighting system, and all this blends seamlessly together to create such a unique look. The night vibes when using New Visuals is pretty much perfect. It's not something that's overly bright or even overly dark. It's kind of that in-between vibe that just hits right. The snowy areas at night will look majestic as hell because the moon is just hitting different or something. And with some of the newest updates to New Visuals, you can experience some pretty cool weather effects, whether it be something creepy and mysterious like this, or even something as simple as just some plain snow. Whatever the vibe you're looking for, it's here and more beautiful than ever. Now there are two mods that pair well with New Visuals. The first one is called the HeartPlains of New Hanover, the Heartlands Reimagined. This completely dries out the Heartlands area, so the once lush green farmland has now become the ideal land for grazing. So the land from Flatneck Station all the way over to Emerald Ranch is now dry as hell. And even if you make your way over to Valentine, you'll see that Valentine even has a mix of that dryness with the lushness of the green. And you'll see as you get outside of the borders of the Heartlands, you'll begin to see a steady mix of dry and lush. You'll even see a dry spell if you make your way over to Cumberland Forest. This is definitely a worthwhile addition. From the custom grass textures, improved grass lods, and even the seamless transitions between terrains make this mod all the worthwhile. But we're not quite done with the visuals yet. Our last mod we have to enhance the visuals is called Autumn Vegetation. This mod changes New Hanover to have that fall season vibe. So this has given us that sunny fall season look, as well as those beautiful orange trees. The trees have now become a gorgeous yellow and orange canopy, which, man, if you had a stressful day at work, download these mods, turn on some calming music and just ride your horse. I'm telling you, all of your stress will just go away. These fall season vibes are immaculate. And this mod affects some other areas of the map as well. So even if you head over to the Great Plains, you'll now be able to see some autumn trees like you could in RDR1. And I definitely say the more trees the better. With all three of these mods combined, you'll definitely have a unique RDR2 experience like no other. Now moving away from the visual mods, we have Rededrunk's Ambient World. And this mod expands the ambience by adding a variety of NPCs, props, and vehicles to the world. And this mod is absolutely packed with goodies. For example, when you decide to go shopping, you're not going to be the only one in the store now. You'll actually see other townspeople looking for goods as well. The populations of towns have also been increased as well. So now towns will feel more lively with a variety of ambient NPCs. You'll notice new props in towns such as vehicles, different debris and props, as well as various clutter to make the world feel more lived in. This mod is currently in beta and only works for Valentine so far, but as this mod progresses, this will definitely spice up Red Dead Redemption 2. Right now, 100 plus ambient NPCs have been added to Valentine and the nearby areas. NPCs will now be able to enter shops, the amount of vehicles and variety have been increased, and a few expansions to Valentine's including some more campsites around the area definitely make this mod something you should check out. And I'll definitely be keeping you updated if this mod progresses. Next up, we have a mod that adds a feature I know everybody's been waiting for, and this one is called Homestead Robberies. This is currently in beta, but what this does is introduce two dynamic homestead robberies into the game. You can ambush, loot, and fight criminals guarding some valuables, so you have another lore-friendly way to gain some cash. Whether you're trying to loot the Deer Cottage or head over to the houseboat, you have a little variety right now. This mod even comes with dynamic NPC AI, so the NPCs guarding the loot will acknowledge your presence, giving you warnings and even attacking. You'll even have post-fight comments from Arthur after the battle, and then you'll be able to loot the area for that cash reward. The homestead robberies will respawn after a day or two in game, and you can easily find them with the blips on the map. And keep in mind, this is in beta right now, but as the mod updates, I'm definitely excited to see some more locations added. Now moving on to some combat mods, we have New Austin Euphoria Overhaul. This Euphoria mod aims to give that classic look from GTA 4 and RDR1, which a lot of people seem to like those physics. So if you prefer those styles of Euphoria, this mod could give you the feel that you're looking for. We then have Dueling Redone, High Stakes Showdown. This is an add-on for the Duels mod to make duels more intense and skill-based. Your AI opponents will now react faster, draw speeds are quicker, and now aiming requires more precision. Dueling will now feel a little bit better, and now you won't get any more easy wins. And then we have Rededrunk's Ultimate Combat Overhaul. This is an entire combat system revamp, transforming RDR2's combat into something more dynamic and grounded. You will experience smarter NPCs, so your enemies will now think more strategically by using cover when they need to, or even retreating when they know they've lost. You'll have enhanced gunplay combat, so your battles will feel more natural and varied. Accuracy has been rebalanced, and now you'll see varying fire rates as well, so NPCs won't duck out of cover every 5 seconds like clockwork. You'll now have realistic melee combat, meaning that you won't be able to kill your enemies with your fists. You'll just be able to knock them out. Your fist fights will last a bit longer, and nearby NPCs might even come over to watch. Damage has been reworked as well, so enemies will no longer be bullet sponges, making combat deadlier for you and your enemies. And then the stamina system has been changed a bit as well. Combat and movement now drain stamina more realistically, so you won't feel like you have unlimited endurance in fights. All this blended together does make combat more challenging, but also make it feel more rewarding. We now have a new crime overhaul mod, and this one is called the Scales of Justice. This isn't a crime overhaul mod that aims to make big adjustments, but instead it tweaks response times as well as how fast the law reacts. So now the law will respond quicker, as well as witness response times have been adjusted, and actually how far a crime can be reported from. So if you're looking for a few quality of life tweaks when it comes to the crime system, you could definitely give the Scales of Justice a try. Now we have a mod I've been craving for a while now, and this one is called No Hat Knockoff. And basically at the press of a hotkey, you can enable or disable hat knockoff. So now when you get yourself into a scuffle, your hat can no longer come off your head. No matter how many times you get punched straight in the face, your hat will stare in your face like a true cowboy. Even if you take a bullet straight to the hat or the head, your hat's gonna be stickier than sticky rice. You'll no longer have to pick up your hat after every scuffle. The creator of this mod is definitely a god among men. Appreciate this one for real. If you do have this mod though, make sure you go ahead and install the hat bullet hole remover thingy mod as well, just so you don't see any bullet holes lingering in your hat when you get shot. Now I know you see the fresh leather jacket Arthur Morgan's wearing, and this jacket is simply called 4K leather jacket. This replaces the default gunslinger jacket, turning it into all black with this really cool logo on the back as well. And then the bandana that we have is called the Joker Smile bandana, which of course turns that base game bandana into the Joker Smile. And I'd say this actually looks quite cool. And then finally we have a mod called Weapons on Player. So instead of going to your horse to exchange your weapons, you can now access all of your weapons from your weapon wheel. So whether you need your revolver, a new shiny Bugatti, or a rifle, you can equip it whenever you want to. If you want to see even more mod showcases like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Until then though, we'll see ya.